Hi guys, and welcome back to another Van to Life video. Today I'm going to talk to you about roof lights. This particular roof light is a Seitz. I'm not quite sure of the size, but it's one of their larger ones. They're not a cheap product, but you get what you pay for. I mean, it is all in one unit. It comes with a fly screen built in and blackout blind, all in one easy unit. Also, I find it's very tough and durable. It has 3 opening positions, one fully open, a second lower down, a third position, and a lock close.
Yeah, simple mechanism.
It is very good. The packaging, I have to say, it's a good. It's a fantastic unit. I mean, it's finished well. It sandwiches well together. It seals perfectly. I mean,
how about the fitting of it?
The fitting was very easy. Very easy. It came with a template, as far as I can remember, to cut your whole size template. The position of this particular window had to allow me headroom for cooking, so it was strategic in its positioning here in this particular van. But you can put more of them in as you go along. They're I think it was about 500 euros thereabout. It was less, it was 400 and something, but we'll say 500 euros. Not cheap by any means, but I'm very happy with it.
How does it keep out wind?
Oh, perfectly. There's no wind at all.
Yeah,
there's no...
Actually, if you just if you look outside today,
it's a very windy day.
It's quite a windy day. Those trees are blowing around and that water is moving, but you cannot, I'll put the microphone up here, you cannot hear a thing. Yeah, it's an awesome little window. And how about say for a retrofit for somebody who already has the van insulated on the roof and plied on the roof? Does it allow for different thicknesses of... It does. So sandwich? It comes in 2 separate units. It comes on with an outside piece, and it sandwiches then with an inside piece. This is all the blind and the blackout blind and the fly screen unit is a separate unit. So there is how would you say? There's an overlap.
There's an overlap, so it allows for different thicknesses of insulation and your interior finish, you know. So if it was a thing that you had your van already completed and you wanted to cut in one of these, it's an easy task. It's very easy to do.
And how about fixing on the top and the outside?
Fixing on the outside,
did it give any problems?
Not to the best of my knowledge. The packaging, from what I remember now, it was a year ago when I fit this unit. It came with parts which I couldn't understand how they were used in the application. Now I'm sure some of you guys will tell me what I did wrong, and I'm sure you can see there's 4 screws there where there shouldn't be 4 screws, but that's how I came about to a quick fix, and I know I should have caps on those screws to make it a cleaner finish.
I
but
don't even mention that.
No?
I didn't see that. I never noticed.
Oh, somebody will see it. It's 4 screws. Sticking the second thing in. But
how about just tackle, say, the outside, because I think that's kind of... I know if I was doing it, that'd be kind of like my...
I'm trying to think of how it was, as I'm talking, trying to think of how the hell we did it.
You have to fix it with, what do you call it?
I think it had to be...
silicone or anything like that?
Oh, it did, yeah.
Glued?
It had to be bonded in. And then there were tabs. I think there were tabs. I can't fucking remember how we did it. I nearly have to take it off.
No,
I think
don't do
there
that.
were 6 tabs that I had to make. I think I had to make them to fix it in. It came with these plasticky fucking things, but the instructions were in German. And I couldn't figure out how the fuck.
Ah, well there you go. Talk about that.
But then again, I'm not quite sure about that then. It's so long ago.
Clap your hands there. What about the instructions? Were they good?
Yeah, from memory, I think the instructions were in every other language but the one I speak. But that's just from memory now. It was over a year ago since it was a year and a half ago since I put the window in. But from memory, I think the instructions were in German or in some other language which I don't know. So I kind of had to
wing it.
Yeah, I kind of go.
But even though you were winging it, it still worked out.
Oh, it still worked out. Yeah. There were little pieces in the packaging which I didn't know how to use, and they went in the bin, I have to admit.
Yeah. Well, that's a failing on the manufacturer's part.
Yeah. And I'm sure some of you guys will tell me there, you idiot, this is what they're for. But at the time, I scratched my head and I couldn't figure out how.
In terms of the other choices that were out there, how did this one line up? Why did you pick this one? Size?
This was the biggest size I could find for the relatively cheapest amount of money, and I mean there weren't too many out there on the market. I from memory, I think these kind of the size, they have the brand, the market all lapped up. They're a very good product, and that's why they do the job, and they're well worth the money.
Okay.
If you're interested in this window, I'll put a link down below to
check it out.
To check it out. Yeah. I highly recommend it.
And did you manage fitting it yourself, or did you have to get someone?
No, we did it ourselves. You have to have somebody helping you, obviously. Just to hand you the screwdriver or the silicone or the...
Give us a brief kind of rundown on what it took to fit it.
Well, you have to cut out figure out where you're putting your window initially. Plan out where you want your roof window. Then it's just a matter of...
Did they have a template?
I'm nearly sure there was a template involved. If not, you have a template anyway in your interior, in your unit itself. You can lay it down and draw a marker around, because it has an overlapping I don't know how you call it. It has an overlapping edge which inserts into your van. Mm-hmm. So that's your template in itself. But yeah, mark it out, check out your measurements, check it again and check it again, because when you're cutting a hole in your van, it's kind of nerve-wracking to say the least, because there's no going back from a gaping hole in your van, Mm-hmm. So once you cut out your hole, it's just a matter of cleaning up your burred edges and treating that bare steel. I used the same bonding, I can't think of what it was, but it's glass window bonding. It's expensive stuff, but I mean, you want to eliminate any risk of leaks in especially a roof window. So I mean, don't cheap out. And I think silicone products are, you have to tend to stay away from them, because they do fail over time. And from what I can remember from checking out other forums from when I was cutting in the window, people tend to say to steer clear from silicone based products. So I used the same bonding product as I used on the bonded windows for the roof light, just to be sure, because the last thing you want, and you don't find out really you have a leak until it's too late. I mean, it seeps in and it ruins your insulation, it stains and it ruins. It's very hard to come back. Well, it's a lot of work to fix a leak. I mean, there's a lot of internal damage done there that you have to rectify. It's not just a matter of just fixing up your leaky hole. And if you get one leak, surely to God, over time you're going to get more. So yeah, do your homework first and choose a good product to affix your outside window and to seal it. That's my advice.
Champion. Alrighty. What was it called again?
It's a Seitz window. Like I said, I'll put a link to this window and to others like it in the description box down below for you guys to check out. But I'd highly recommend it. I really would.
Cool. Actually, I will stick the camera up over the roof, and you push it up, and I'll get a shot of the floor.
I hope
If I can.
the roof is kind of clean enough. Ah, yeah. Just stick it out.